Welcome everyone to Know Before You Go, a broadcast briefing powered by JSA. I am your host, Jaymie Scotto, Cutaia, CEO and founder of JSA. What's Know Before You Go? It is your show that covers everything attendees should have on their radar before flying to that next big industry event. From insider talking points to conference logistics, we cover it all, guys. And talking big shows, today we are laser focused on DCD Connect London, taking place very soon, September 17th and 18th at the Business Design Center in London. And as we all know, sustainability, a critical topic within the industry right now, and hopefully in many years to come. Huge, not going anywhere. Let's tackle this together type of topic. And of course, it is a major key theme of this amazing conference. So, here to give us a preview of the sustainability conversations coming up in and around DCD Connect London, we are excited to be joined by Mr. Alberto Ravagni, CEO of the Net Zero Innovation Hub. Welcome,
Thanks.
Alberto. Hi.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks so much for giving us your incredible, precious time this afternoon, right as we're revving up for this big industry. So let's get to it. Let's talk about industry trends. All right, kicking off our trends to know before you go to DCD Connect London, we are going to begin with Alberto helping us to set that stage. Alberto, what is the state of the data center industry? This is a big question, but what is the state of our industry right now from a sustainability perspective, and what is the case for net zero?
Yeah, definitely a big question. But the case for net zero has never been stronger. Well, this summer was the hottest on record, same like last summer. But there are also records on the energy side too. For example, good news, renewable shares increased to a record 15%. And together with nuclear, they are up to 18% of the total primary energy consumption.
Wow.
But there are also other records, like a record year for the consumption of fossil fuels, which exceeded 40 gigaton of emissions because of their consumption. So the case for net zero is stronger than ever, because if the renewable growth only cover the global energy demand, the increase of demand, what we will accomplish is not an energy transition. We will do an energy addition. And this is what humanity always did. We never managed a transition. So if we want to do it this time, we really had to get our act together to implement net zero.
Yeah, energy reduction. How can we get there? And energy, of course, a huge piece of a data center sustainability journey. What do you find are the biggest challenges that operators face, and what energy solutions and innovations do you expect attendees to talk about at DCD Connect London?
Yeah, a lot of people talk about of course, the huge power consumption and growth of AI. Take by 2027, the servers produced and the chip produced by NVIDIA alone would be 85 terabytes. That's more than many nations. And in 2026, data center worldwide as a nation would consume more than Canada. However, that's not the real challenge. The world will not run out of power because of AI. AI has a positive impact, can have a positive impact on global energy consumption. It will reduce our energy consumption if we use for it. On a local level, it's a different story. On a local level, it is a big challenge to provide carbon-free, reliable power to data centers. And I at one point, because this time it is different. Until a few years ago, this time efficiency will not fix it. Until a few years ago, moving load to the cloud compensated the growth of digital services. That means digital services increased enormously, but the consumption of energy of data centers did not. And this thanks to efficiency. With AI, this does not work. I suggest to download one paper that we have on our website that shows why this happened. And I want to share one piece of this challenge. What would happen if suddenly all the chips of the world would increase the efficiency twice, double the efficiency? Would data center reduce the power consumption by half? No, we would just increase and install more chips. That's the challenge we have. We can only solve it with a collaboration all the way of the supply chain down to the customer.
Yeah, it's a global challenge that needs to be with local solutions, all collaborating together. Um, all right, which brings us to a phenomenal topic here. Net Zero Innovations Hub will be the focus of a highly anticipated DCD workshop at DCD Connect London. Can you share a little bit about this workshop?
Yes, the hub and the workshop. The hub is an initiative led by Danfoss, Microsoft, Google, Dataforce, Schneider Electric, Vertiv, really big heavyweights of the industry. And we're all here to accelerate and scale innovation. Innovation is needed to make this transition. And the innovation and investment of infrastructure has been outscaled by the innovation of chips and AI software. So chips and AI software increased their speed and their scale much faster than what the rest of the industry could do. So the rest of the industry could not keep up. If you build a 50 megawatt data center, it's totally different innovation playground than if you build a 500 megawatt or a gigascale campus. So infrastructure innovation is heavily underfunded, and we need a new approach, a collaborative approach to de-risk innovation at large scale. That's what we are doing at the Net Zero Innovation Hub.
Um, and what get tell me a little bit more about the Net Zero Innovation Hub. What type of projects are you currently part of?
Yep. We focus on, we have started on three areas. First one is heat reuse, which is a big deal in Europe, especially because of regulation pressure, and a huge impact on energy efficiency, of course. Heat reuse is fantastic. Clean power generation, and that's the big topic. If you take two people on the data center industry, they cannot talk for more than 30 seconds without talking about power. And the third is scope 3 emissions, especially materials, which are the emissions called built in when you build new data centers. Those are the three
And
areas.
I mean, all three are incredible, huge topics. I'm glad they're your focus. Again, heat reuse, cleaner
Right.
power generation, and scope three. And you mentioned a paper to download on your site. I just want to give that even more of a moment here because I feel like that's that's
Okay.
uh, that's a resource for all of us listening in today. And that's on netzeroinnovationshub.com. Is that the URL?
It is the netzerodatacenter.com. I think is our page, but it can be found very easily. And that paper gives analyze the growth of the emission and consumption of data center the same way that we analyze the growth and emission of nations. Because data center, as we have seen, it will be the fifth nation in 2026 for consumption. And there is one very simple approach. It's called the Cutaia identity, where you can see the decoupling. When you speak about decoupling energy consumption and GDP growth on nations, that's the equation needed. That's the equation that he used. We just applied the same approach to data center, and the results are really good.
Amazing. I am downloading that next. Absolutely. And attendees need to know, save this to your calendars, the DCD workshop about the Net Zero Innovation Hub taking place 3 p.m. local time on Wednesday, September 18th. Alberto, what can we expect from this DCD workshop?
Oh, we will present our new and collaborative approach to scale innovation to net zero to the data center community. And mostly then we will listen, rare thing. We will listen to everybody who can join us and contribute to build this project at gigawatt scale. That's what we want to do. And our board
Amazing.
members will be there to answer questions and to discuss projects.
And again, we're talking board members, your team, the hub. Really, some great names there coming together to solve this global challenge.
Yes, we are blessed with our board and the composition of our. And there are other members, of course. That those are the executive members, because we have hyperscalers, we have co-location, and we have solution providers, and all three are needed. But we will expand, of course, also our members in our goal and our board to include energy companies, investment, and materials and construction, because those are the focus area. So we
Yeah.
are we ourselves. we are still growing. We just started this year.
Unbelievable. I am so excited about your the birth of the Innovations Hub for Net Zero, and I am such a big fan already. So thank you so much for taking your time, sharing your insights, providing us with a preview of the DCD workshop on the Net Zero Innovation Hub. And I'm going to have you write a chapter in our next Greener Data book for sure. So
With great
we'll talk
pleasure.
about that later. But I am so a fan of you already. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, Jaymie. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
And now, guys, we're going to switch gears with some insider tips from the managing director herself of DCD events so we can make the most of our time at DCD Connect London. Hi, everybody. I'm joined by Rebecca Davison, Managing Director of Events at DCD, to share some tips on how us attendees can make the most of the upcoming conference, DCD Connect London, September 17th through the 18th. Welcome, welcome, Rebecca. Thank you so much for taking this time, this very rare special time right before your big event coming up. So thank you for joining us.
No, thank you, Jaymie. It's great to be here.
All right, so much to cover. Let's start off with maybe you giving us some highlights about this year's DCD Connect London, what makes it stand out compared to other industry events that you guys are known for.
Yeah, definitely. Well, this year we have got record-breaking attendance numbers. We're expecting more than 3,000 people through the doors of the Business Design Centre in London. We actually sold out of our VIP passes today, which is crazy. But people are obviously still very welcome to join us on the 18th with the show floor pass, so do still apply for those. And I think what we pride ourselves in here at DCD is, despite the huge attendance numbers that we're expecting, what's really unique about DCD Connect is that you won't get lost in the crowd. We still hold lots of small group curated networking and learning opportunities that really enable a collaborative industry approach to the challenges and opportunities ahead. Some of those opportunities include tech exchange sessions. These are our sort of rapid fire tech discovery pitches, followed by small group networking with your peers facing the same procurement challenges. We have our DCD debates, which are open to all attendees, focused on 12 core industry challenges, which allow for pan-European collaboration on the direction of the industry. And we also have a lot more sort of informal networking opportunities, bringing together like-minded individuals. So we've got our under 30s happy hour, we've got a women-only welcome lunch, we've got a 5K morning run to warm things up, just to name a few. And of course, this year, one of our highlights will definitely be our icebreaker party on Tuesday, the 17th in the evening at the iconic Emirates Stadium, which is home to Arsenal Football Club. So yeah, we have got a lot going on.
Arsenal. Yeah. I mean, that everything you said is like so exciting. And you know, 3,000 plus event, you don't want to feel lost in the crowd. And you guys do an exceptional job of really putting like-minded folks together in these small networking groups and forums. So wonderful job, wonderful job. And talking wonderful job, Alberto discussed the sustainability related conversations that are going to be at this conference. What else can we expect? The overview, if you will, of on your agenda. Any suggestions on how we can plan our day?
Yeah, I mean, obviously our dedicated event app is the best way to plan your day. It allows you to filter the sessions by content themes of interest. So sustainability is your focus. You can prioritize those sessions, bookmark anything relevant that way. Obviously, AI is a key feature this year. It's going to be weaving its way into all conversations, I would say, but we're trying to cut through the hype and really look at the practicalities and how this should affect 2025 strategy. For example, on the first day of the event, we have an opening keynote from NVIDIA's VP of Supercomputing and AI discussing how you can still reach your energy efficiency goals with the proliferation of AI. So yeah, balancing both sustainability and AI priorities will definitely be a big focus this year as the industry strives to decarbonize while scaling for AI.
I am super excited to hear from the NVIDIA's VP
Yeah.
of supercomputing and AI. Like, how amazing is that? All right, great get there. Also, DCD London, always, as far as I remember, going to your shows for many years, too many, I want to say, always been a hub for technological innovation. What new technologies may we expect to see this year?
Well, we've got more than 90 tech vendors on the show floor this year, so there really is an opportunity to see the latest innovations on offer in the industry. Plus, new for this year, we've got our dedicated startup zone, so we'll be showcasing the newest market entrants set to shake up industry norms. And of course, you can take a seat at the showcase stage right in the heart of the show floor and enjoy technical deep dives into the latest products coming to market. So there really is going to be an opportunity to explore what is happening out there.
Oh, I love that. A startup of the startup zone. I can't
Yeah,
wait to see that.
yeah.
And we mentioned it before, networking, always a key component for DCD. How will DCD Connect London facilitate really meaningful connections between attendees?
Well, we've got our VIP concierge team who are dedicated to creating personal agendas for our VIPs. So these include private lunch briefings and networking sessions based on their unique interests and needs. So this really takes the guesswork out of networking and ensures that everyone has a really valuable time on site. And the app obviously is designed to support this also, enabling attendees to make connections in advance of the event. You can see the full attendee list in there, and it also displays VIP's personal agendas at their fingertips. So all of that really helps with that kind of on-site networking piece.
Oh my goodness, I love that. A concierge team plus an app. Like that, how amazing is that? All right. So overall, if we're going to boil it down, as people are like, oh, I don't know, there's so much to talk about, so much to do. What do you consider are your top 3 tips for attendees?
Attend the sessions in your personal agenda. They've been specifically designed for you. So if you've been invited to those, please try and make them. They're there for a reason and so that you get the most out of the event. Do explore the full event agenda in the app ahead of time. There's a lot going on. You don't want to miss the things that are useful to you. So bookmark the things that you've got your eye on, and do try and engage in some of the informal networking opportunities. The people you meet and the things you learn in those sessions that are outside of your traditional learning environment really do add to the experience. So join a happy hour, a 5K run, really make the most of your time out of the office and meet new people.
You know what? So such true words. I feel like we're all like just living our screen selves, and to actually break away and meet and have those in-person connections, nothing beats it, guys. So I love those words. Any closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. Well, we're really proud of our agenda. We feel it's got a lot of unique sessions and features that you won't find at other events, like the dedicated Datacenter investment forum taking place on day 1, plus the Net Zero Innovation Hub workshop that Alberto's just told us about. Also, our European Association Pavilion. There's over 14 national trade associations represented there, and of course, a whole lot more that I won't go into everything today. But we really look forward to welcoming the European data center community for a really valuable 2 days in the heart of London.
Oh, it's going to be epic. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for taking your time, sharing your insider tips, and really allowing us to make the most of our time as we get ready for DCD Connect London. And I also want to thank Mr. Alberto Ravagni for keeping us on point with some great insight on the latest of sustainability. So thank you guys for such a wonderful, wonderful event. Get all the details to prepare for DCD Connect London right on datacenterdynamics.com. And during that conference week, don't forget to use hashtag DCD Connect. We got a QR code right here on the screen right now. I think it's over my shoulder or above my head here. But go ahead and scan that to get right to that event page. Be sure to check out the complimentary pass opportunities. So tune in September 17th and 18th too. If you can't get there, but you still haven't major FOMO, check out our JSA TV team broadcast live from DCD Connect London. We are excited to be their media partner as well there. So you will be able to find exclusive live interviews and conference coverage right on our JSA TV YouTube channel and LinkedIn page. So tune in, guys. Get yourself to London, or at least virtually. And thank you so much for listening in on Know Before You Go. And as always, happy networking.